Hey, what's up? I'm Rob, and I want to give you a quick tip that you can use the next time you find yourself talking to a woman who you really find attractive. Whether it's a date, maybe a girl you just met, or even your girlfriend, what I'm about to share will make sure that you get her invested in the interaction and make an attractive impression on her. All right, so let's start by thinking back to the last time you met an absolutely stunning woman. Maybe it was a date or even just a conversation you might have had with her. When most guys are in a situation like that, when they really find a woman attractive, things usually end by the girl saying, "Well, it was really nice to meet you," often followed by the pity pat. It sucks. I know, I've been there. Trust me, back in 2005, I was leading the league in pity pats, unanswered text messages, and fake numbers. It was a real triple threat year for me. But the conclusion I came to with all that data was that I really sucked at talking to women. I just didn't understand how some guys could just say a few words and have girls laughing and excited, yet whenever I talk to women, it sounded more like a job interview. Maybe you've been there, when it feels like you're just playing conversational ping pong, where she asks a question and you answer, you ask her a question, she answers. I mean, sure, you guys are talking, but it doesn't go anywhere. Yet, we both know the whole point of dating is to get to know someone. So there has to be some back and forth questions and answers. At the same time, there's a key difference when you're conversing with an attractive woman, which is it's your job to get her to want to get to know you. Otherwise, you're just another boring guy getting a ticket to her friend zone express, and that ticket is a one-way ticket, so you don't want to be on the friend zone express. So that's why you have to change the way you're answering a woman's questions. Specifically, stop answering with straight facts. Answering with straight facts it's a losing strategy. It's a friend zone strategy. Now, I'm not saying you have to lie or evade her questions or anything like that, but you have to make your facts entertaining and fun. For example, you've probably been asked a question like, "Where did you grow up?" That's a question I hear all the time. And up until 2005, I answered it wrong all the time because I was answering it with a fact. I'd say, "Oh, me, I grew up near the Jersey Shore." And while that is where I grew up, by just saying I grew up near the Jersey Shore, it's boring, and so it leads to a conversation that's boring. The better way to answer a question like, "Where are you from?" is by trying to inject some personality into your response. For example, rather than saying, "I'm from Jersey," I want to inject some of my views on Jersey into my answer. So, I might say, "I grew up on a small little beachfront village. It's actually situated on the Atlantic, and it's home to this indigenous tribe of natives who are giving their own reality show. You may have heard of it. It's called the Jersey Shore. They have a tribal dance. It's called fist pump. And this isn't necessarily knee-slapping comedy. It's usually enough to get women laughing and loosened up a bit." At this point, you might be thinking, "All right, that's all well and good for you, Rob, but I'm not from Jersey Shore. My hometown doesn't have a reality show or a tribal dance like the fist pump. So how can I translate the facts of my life into a fun, playful conversation?" Well, don't worry, because it's actually very easy. First, think about some of the typical questions that you're usually asked by women. Then, think about how you usually answer those questions. Now, take it a step further. Take it a step beyond the facts. What about your answers is interesting or fun? So, the next time you're asked a question, whether it's something about your, where you went to school, where you grew up, your family life, and you're tempted to answer with a fact, stop yourself and ask yourself, or in your head, you should say, what if she asked, "What do I find interesting about where I grew up?" Or "What's unique about my family?" For instance, like my dad, he's the white version of Carl Winslow from Family Matters. So whenever girls ask about my family, I make sure to explain what it's like being raised by the white version of Carl Winslow from Family Matters. And that always goes way better than just saying, "Yeah, I have a great relationship with my dad." Most guys are so afraid of making a bad impression, they play it way too safe and end up making a boring impression, which in a lot of ways is worse. And now, while this is a quick and simple tip, if you start applying it the next time you're speaking to an attractive woman, you'll do more than spice up the way you answer her questions. You'll get her to open up, you'll get her to reveal more of her personality as well, and trust me, you're gonna like where things go from there. So again, I'm Rob, and I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to help you improve the quality and quantity of your dating life.